How do we beat BJJ fighters in a street fight? The question would be, how does a SORUDO beat a BJJ guy? The answer is quite easily. The answer may be shocking, but if we look at it into more depth, if you look at sports, it's basically based on some rules. There are some rules because fighters need to be protected. But in real life, are there any rules? Definitely not. If we are talking about exact same spot, there's a boxer who's very good, he's a level champion, he's 60 kilograms, but now you're going to put someone who's the exact same level as him, but he's 120 kilograms. Do you think the boxer with the 60 kilograms or 120 kilograms is going to beat each other? It's definitely going to be the one that's heavier than him, of course. And the exact same would be if we would put the same weight but a boy and a girl. Of course, heads off to every exception, but we are talking in general. How many girls do you know that can be the boy in the exact same weight class? And that leads us to the streets, where the person who picked you is picking you because you are smaller, you are weaker, maybe you are different gender because he's a boy, you're a girl, and now the fight is starting. And when you want to play by rules, that doesn't mean that he has to play by the rules, because he doesn't have to. And even if you decide we want to go by the rules, all of a sudden he has a knife and you're trying to BJJ your way out of the situation. Like, that's not how it works, and that's not how you would be able to survive. The other person doesn't give a shit about any of the rules. And the same times too, if I am a senior, and there's a young man attacking me, should I be playing by the rules? The same goes if I'm handicapped. I am handicapped and I should play by the rules. Still doesn't make sense. He's on drugs, so he doesn't feel that much pain, and I want to grapple with him. Like, in all of those scenarios, it just doesn't make sense. The street is not the same as the ring. So that's how SORUDO beats the BJJ guy, because we are going to go to the eyes every single time to the neck and the genitals, or all the way to we are going to bring the weapon to the fight, because why not? Like, if you are really talking about I want to win that fight, I'm not going to be playing by the rules. I'm going to take out the knife, stab, take out the gun, shoot, or just hit you with anything. That's why the SORUDO would beat the BJJ. As always, you are obeying the rules when there's a referee who will stop the fight if anything bad starts happening. But that's where SORUDO shines, because there doesn't only have to be one person. There can be multiple attackers, there can be weapons, there can be all the things. You are a girl, you are handicapped, you are a senior, and you are fighting against someone who's bigger and stronger. That's why. There are 4 stages where you can start correctly defending yourself against the BJJ guy. First would be in the absolute beginning of the phase, when he wants to actually take you down. One of the most common that you can see is basic takedown. So he goes, you hit before he even catches you, because there is some distance, because you have the correct timing, or take out the gun or any of the weapons, and you're dealing with the situation. That's the absolute first. If you slept a little bit more, and now I'm shooting for the takedown and I'm closer, your priority should be creating some of the space between the two of us, so I am not this close to the legs. And if so, you reach for the eyes now. Now, no matter how skilled, how big, how strong I am, every single time he touches my eyes, I don't really want to be in that situation. So in just recap, you want to create the distance from you, and now go for the eyes, press, and hit. This is when it comes to the first stage of the most common attack when it comes to the takedowns, which is the double leg. And the second most common would not be the double leg, but a single leg, which basically is exactly the same. I want to create a space and now go for the eyes. So it doesn't matter if it's for 2 legs or just one, the same solution for 2 problems. And the third one is going to be when the person is trying to really get body to body, in the meaning of he wants to hit or start with something and get here and start breaking the posture or tripping us. So how do we deal with this? Absolutely normally, he wants to go. I use the hamster, I create a space and hit him before he even catches me. If we fell asleep a little bit more and he comes here, and exactly the same, even from here, or trying to fight the eyes from multiple positions, because it can be from here. It depends. If he leaves his head here, it's different because I can go here. If he leaves his head down here, I need to switch. But that's when the training comes, when in the situation you can see the head and adjust to it, which is exactly how we train, from doing it many times, repetitions, all the way to now it's dark, and just with my muscle memory I need to feel where the head is, and I can grab the head and push on the eyes, all the way to, if you are experienced speeder, even getting hit and don't know where you are, you just know that if the head is there, you can reach onto it and start going for the eyes basically in any situation, but that's because of the training, of course. If we fell asleep a little bit, we forgot about the situation, and he already is taking us down. Most common what you will see is the BJJ guy going, taking you down, trying to go somewhere on the side, getting to the dominant position, even better, getting your hand here, doing some form of choking. So the question is, how do we prevent all of this from happening? So if I am already going and I am taking Pierre to the ground, right away you can see him latching onto my head, locking me with his legs so I cannot go anywhere, and starts pressing to the eyes and creating the distance. And going for a weapon, of course. Like, he's the one attacking you, you are defending yourself. Why not go for the weapon? Exactly. So now the second thing that's going to happen is the single leg. It's very similar, but a little bit different when it comes to falling, because I'm going to be trying to go here and getting here. As you can see, right away the legs are going here, which enables me to not get there. Now the strikes are coming into place, going for the eyes again, creating some distance. And now it will be about kicking and getting that distance and running away, because you don't want to make this into a grappling fight on the ground. You don't know about my friends coming. They are coming to kick you to the head, so we need to create a distance and just go away. But the same goes if he tries to go from the waist and starts tripping you, you're falling. Now his hands are here, locked behind you, and that enables you to go for the eyes, pushing, getting on, hitting a couple of times, and getting away, getting to that weapon. As you saw, Pierre wasn't here standing with me, fighting or grappling with me. Hit, get away. You never know who's coming, you never know when I will reach for my pocket and try to even out the chances. So that's why you need that distance and you need your weapon in your hands. And then you could be saying that, but he already got the choke, the armbar in. Like that's the exact same as we were showing you in the videos when you are standing up. Like you had 4 opportunities before not to get into this position. So when you are already in the armbar, already in the choke, let's say, the rear naked choke, I have it gripped here. Like this is the worst position to be in out of all of this. And I'm already going, and now it's up to you to go and search for the eyes again. Because you need to remember, until you're breathing, you need to fight. It's not about he got the choke, so it's done, I cannot do anything else, or in the armbar, he's going to break your arm, but then you are going to come back and beat him with it. But that's the mindset. If I cannot go to the eyes, neck, or the genitals, the only thing for me left is just to bite. I'm going to bite so hard, I'm going to scratch to the eyes or anywhere, just for me to survive. But that's a warrior mindset. This is something that can be trained, but it's more into what's here. And that's what you need to do in all of those situations. Even when we are talking about the worst positions, like we said, like the choke is already in. When we are saying fight with everything you have, like if you have a weapon with you, like use the weapon. If I'm here, still like I'm not going to choke him in 2 seconds. So I'm here, I'm choking, and all of a sudden he grabs the gun, and yes. The whole science is over. The same if it's not gun, if it's anything else, and I am just choking, and all of a sudden I feel, oh, something stabbed into my neck. Great. And the last, if there's a telescopic button, I go, I choke, and all of a sudden I get hit to the head with a steel across the knee. And that's the whole science behind how to survive a BJJ guy when you are in SORUDO. But not to make many enemies, we are not completely saying that BJJ is useless in everything, that you shouldn't train it. That's not what anyone is saying. If we're talking about BJJ, we are not saying that it's not bad for policemen, because for policemen it's good, they're cuffing, they need to know how to use their weight, like, of course. The same goes if we are talking about some employees in psychiatric hospitals, like to know how to use your weight, how to move on the ground and some positions is definitely not a bad thing. No one's saying that. What we are saying is that the BJJ is good and good until you are not a girl defending against a boy or man, grown man, the same handicapped senior, or until there's multiple attackers, because meanwhile you are grappling, you're getting kicked to the head, all the way to we are one-on-one, I'm grappling, but all of a sudden he decides that he wants to even out the chances of winning. And how many times have you in BJJ practiced against knife? Because the answer should probably be never. And that's the biggest problem with BJJ for self-defense. So thank you for watching till the very end of the video. Definitely leave us a comment what other sports you want to see being used against SORUDO, for example. all the way to maybe commenting, has BJJ ever saved your life? Were there any situation when you used it and it proved useful? Let us know. Like the video, definitely subscribe so you can see more videos like this, because there's many more coming. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.